This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. If you'd like to support this channel and get some pretty nifty perks such as exclusive weekly audios and novel readings, the link is in the description. Hey. Do you remember me? Because if I came up to you in the middle of a park and you didn't remember me, then this would come off super duper creepy. Yeah. Everton. Riley Everton. I'm glad that I left an impression, I guess. Yeah, kind of crazy stuff, right? Yeah, honestly, you gotta think it's some form of serendipity. You just don't know exactly what form of serendipity it is. And how are you doing? I think that's probably the first thing I should have asked before, like, spewing off something cryptic, right? Are you doing well? I'm glad. I'm good. I'm way better than I was when we last encountered each other. So, yeah. How's the little guy? That is so amazing. I'm like incredibly ecstatic for you. How's it been? Like going through all those firsts? Yeah, I know. I don't know. It sounds like a magnificent thing to go through. Like it sounds like one of the wonders of the world. And then it's like all of that, those rough moments that you go through and all the pain that you experience is just incredibly worth it. So I'm glad that you're feeling that way now. Yeah, no, didn't end up going back. No, she's in Georgia with another guy. So like, you know, no, not hung up, not at all. Not me. I look back on that time and I was like, I think I was less hung up on her than I actually kind of ingrained in my mind that I was, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't even really enter my thoughts at all anymore. No, so how's the situation with sis? Is that good now? Well, I'm absolutely ecstatic to hear that, obviously. And she apologized to you, right? You weren't the first one to apologize to her? Good. That's what you deserve in that situation, so that's awesome. We're okay. It took like a really long time to get there, but for the past like 6 months, year or so, we've been okay. We've gotten to a place where we can meet up at family functions and not immediately put hands on each other, and even at certain points maintain some level of conversation. So yeah, I think that that's probably the best we're gonna get at. And if it gets any better than that, then I'll consider it an overwhelming success. But for right now, just a normal success. Can I ask you something? Yeah, no, I know. I've been asking you things, but they've been kind of like, surface level scratching as opposed to anything, of like actual significance. Do you, do you like, nah, it's stupid. No, I'm not going to do it. Because it's dumb and I'm not going to do it. That's why. Because it's embarrassing and really dumb. It makes me feel weird to talk about it. This might sound like really obvious because we've been talking about it, but do you ever think about it? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Do you ever be thinking about that week? You are still a player, I see. Not really giving me the exact answer. Maybe isn't an answer. Either you do or you don't. Maybe it's just an option. It's just just something that people use to suggest, perhaps. When it's based on a yes or no question, you either do or you don't. There's no middle ground there. You can't make the... Well, I guess that'd be unfair if I asked you. And then I got on you for saying maybe. And getting me to try and, make the assumption. And then you doing the same thing to me and me being like, oh, well, wait, actually. So, but I asked you first. So it's only fair that you answer first, actually. Yes? What? You thought I'd shy away from it? You thought I'd be like, oh, I guess that's okay that you've thought about it before, or like in the past? Has it been on a relatively consistent basis? Yeah, but this is tacked on to that first question. I'll answer yours when you answer mine. Oh, come on. I should be allowed to play hardball every once in a while. See? Is that so hard? So now I'm going to answer your questions. Yes, I think about it. And yes, it is on a relatively consistent basis. It's more often than you would think. It's more often than anybody in the history of short-term flings would ever have done either. This is dumb. Yeah, I know I started it. It doesn't mean it's not dumb. I have, in the past 2 years, been with people. I have tried to date. I have been more, maybe I'd venture to say promiscuous than I've ever been in my entire life. There's a reason I'm saying that, so don't give me the stink eye like that for too long. And no matter what I've done, or who I've done, or how I've done it, nothing compares. Seriously. As dead ass as it can possibly be, nothing compares to it. And I often look back on it because I'm like, man, is it just nostalgia? Was it just the epitome of such a fairy tale week that I just got wrapped up in, and in all reality I'm romanticizing it past a point that I should, and I look back often on it and I say no, it's not the case. What about you? You look back on it in very good terms, like I do, or more of a disaster class on how to fumble somebody? I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. No, that's exactly it. You knew I was 23. Wasn't ready for a kid. I would have been a good dad. I don't think I would have been a bad dad, but I don't think I was ready for that responsibility yet. And I was still figuring out so much stuff in my personal life. And to be fair, without the kid thing, you were figuring out a lot of things in your personal life too. So it just wouldn't have been a good time for either of us, right? Yeah. So then that begs the question: why are we here? How did we get here? I don't believe in fate, but something had to happen to get us both here. We're both in a random park that is like 45 minutes away from where we live. I've never been to this park before, have you? Okay, well, you have. Well, one of us hasn't been to this park before. The point is that someone brought us here today. And it kind of sounds like my stuff is at bay to you, right? Yeah, and it kind of sounds like your stuff is at bay right now. To me, at least. Listen, I don't want to sound corny, but maybe this is the right time. Yeah, it's like right place, wrong time. Maybe this is the right time. Maybe this is the right time for me to, be ready to step up and be a father figure for a young child. Maybe this is the time for both of us to start putting ourselves before the people that we care about for once in our lives. Maybe this is the right time to have the ability to open up emotionally and have longer conversations than we ever did. This conversation is about an emotional topic. It's longer than any of the conversations we had during that week. At worst, it doesn't work. And it was just nostalgia fueled, and we're not right for each other. At best, we find a partner for the entirety of our lives. One day, you and me. Maybe we'll figure that out together. Cool. I know I usually have the cool demeanor on, and I'm not saying I don't now, but inside, flips. The heart's going crazy. Do you still have my number? Yeah. Yeah, I have yours. Never deleted it. Never could have imagined deleting it. Alright. I was gonna say I'll see you soon, but if there's something you need to say, then just say it now. Okay, well that also applies to do, so if there's something you need to do, then just... I missed you more than you can possibly believe. So, text me, okay? Okay. You better actually text me. And not say that you're gonna text me and then not text me. Cool. I'll see you around. And I'll hear from you. And if I don't hear from you, maybe I'll just wait another 2 years and come back to this park. And then maybe I'll meet you there, huh? Yeah. Goodbye.